Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Average Movie Review Podcast. I hope you're doing all well. Just finished watching Mortal Kombat 2. Um, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This wasn't a bad movie. I don't know why Rotten Tomatoes gave it such a low score, or why people were kind of like review bombing it. Like, I saw Discussing Films give it like a 3 out of 10. I think IGN gave it a terrible rating, but again, I don't even rate IGN anymore. IGN is just a waste of people's time, to be quite honest. Um, and a bunch of other people, but like those other, I guess, reviewers, independent reviewers, absolutely love the film, and I thought it was actually really like decent. Like it wasn't bad at all. This movie was basically the video game just brought to real life, and I don't think we can ask for anything else more than that. Uh, the whole point of this movie is about the tournament, right? Mortal Kombat, the whole tournament itself. And it played out just like how it would have played out if you were playing the video game, where you had a couple of cutscenes and then you fight. And I think that's how it's supposed to be. I can't imagine it being anything more than that. I don't know what people were looking for. I don't know what they were trying to get out of this film, but I genuinely feel like this is exactly what we wanted. You had Luke Cage and Katana. Carl Urban, who plays Luke Cage, do a phenomenal job. I'm not sure the actress's name who plays Katana, but she does a wonderful job as Katana as well. Tati Gabrielle as Jade, who has a very minimal role, but not too bad. She's still on screen. Shao Kahn, who does an amazing job. I'm not sure the actor's name, but he does an amazing job as Shao Kahn. Raiden, all of them come back. You have Cole, who comes back as well. Jack, Sonya, um, Liu Kang, Shun Lao, I think, I forget, I believe, Kung Lao, sorry, Xiao Shang, like all of them, like it's everyone's back in the game. Kano comes back, like, and honestly, it's not bad at all. The duality of running with Katana and Luke Cage's story, where Luke Cage has kind of given up on himself and trying to regain what he's lost and become the hero he's supposed to be, whereas Katana, losing her father to Shao Kahn and trying to fight back and be the daughter that her father wanted her to be, right, to rise up and against evil and protect their people of Edenia. Um, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a very simple story, right? The tournament is now happening. If Earthrealm loses, Shao Kahn takes over Earthrealm. If Earthrealm wins, Shao Kahn loses, right? And then Shao Kahn finds a way to become immortal, and they have to destroy his immortality in order to make him mortal so that they can kill him. Pretty straightforward, very standard, nothing insane, nothing crazy, nothing. I don't think you needed any more what do you call it, any more of that plot line to be any more complicated. I think it just had to be as simple as that. And they start off with great fight scenes. Yes, I will say that some of the CGI could have been done a lot better. There were scenes where it felt like you could literally feel the green screen. And then I don't know what the hell was going on with that scene where Raiden gets his throat slit and then like the lights coming out of him. I don't know what they were trying to do there. It just didn't work for me. Or they could have done the CGI a little bit better. But overall, I think every character got a really good amount of decent screen time. I know a lot of people were very sad to see Cole gone, but the reality is those same people who were sad to see Cole gone also hated Cole when he was introduced as a character. So I'm not even surprised that now they're all playing like, oh, it's so sad to see him gone. But I also feel like he got a decent amount of screen time. His character kind of finished in the way that it was supposed to. And he was the main character in the first film. The entire film revolved around him, and in this film, it's about Luke Cage, and it didn't need to be about him. The brutalities, the fatalities, everything was absolutely amazing in this movie. The gore, the killing, all of it, the fighting too, especially the Liu Kang versus Kung Lao scene, absolutely amazing. I hope it's Kung Lao. Am I getting it wrong? But I'm pretty sure it's Kung Lao. But regardless, that whole scene was absolutely incredible. Even the little Baraka fight versus Luke Cage, again, really well done, right? Like, I don't know, I I don't see why people were losing their minds over this. Like, some people are like, "Oh, it's so garbage, it's so ass, it's this, it's that," but I'm like looking at it and I'm like, "Nah, it's not bad at all." You know what I mean? Like, it's actually pretty damn good. If I'm being honest, it's actually pretty interesting. Um, it was funny, it was lighthearted, and the main thing for me is like the fight scenes, right? Like, we're watching a Mortal Kombat movie to watch the fight scenes, and if the fight scenes suck, then there's no point, right? They did little nods, like, like we saw, what do you call it, Luke Cage kind of like waddle in place, and then Shao Kahn, screamed out, "Finish him!" Right? Like, like these little nods and stuff like that to the game. All the moves and everything that they used were from the game. Ed Boon also made a little appearance as well, which was nice in the beginning. I don't know what else you could have asked for. Perhaps maybe a little bit of better CGI, maybe a little bit more in depth story, sure, but I don't think the story really needed that. Oh, and another thing that really grinds my gears, I just feel like, is they never use the theme song. I don't know what it is about these films, but you have one of the best theme songs in video game history. All right. When people hear it, they get pumped up. And to not use it in your score, or to even like just use it a little bit here and there, is injustice to this theme song. This theme song is legendary. It will go on for generations. Even after I die, my kids will listen to it, and their kids will listen to it, because of how legendary this theme song is. And to not reiterate it into your score, or to use it in the way it's supposed to, is truly an injustice. And I really hope that Warner Brothers, if they do continue to do a Mortal Kombat 3, whoever they or not cast, but whoever they hire to do the score, is able to do that, because I feel like that is one of the most ridiculous things, in my opinion, that they don't use their actual score, like the actual theme itself. Like, I want to hear it with, like, I want to hear like an epic version of it in the movie. Like, I want it to get me pumped up when the fight scenes happen. Like, they throw it in there, but for like 20 seconds or 10 seconds. You can literally use that entire theme song the entire film, and I promise you the audience will like fucking lose their minds. Again, the audience, in my opinion, the theater that I went to wasn't really packed, but everyone enjoyed it regardless. People were laughing, people were enjoying. People came out of the movie and they were like, "Yeah, this was a decent film. Like, it was fun to watch these fatalities and like how brutal and gory the film was." So I think overall, like, this is a solid 7.5, 7.7 out of 10 film. Like, this is not a bad film. I think on Rotten Tomatoes it's 64% or 74%, whatever it is. But it's a good film. Like, it's not that bad at all. Hell, I'll even go up to 8. To be quite honest, I'll go up to 8 and give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. I was like ad libbing myself throughout the entire film, like, "Finish him, fatality." Like, like I was saying it to myself, and that was about it. The writing, yes, could have been better. I don't know if it was just me, but I just felt like Jax's writing was just super corny and cringy. And I don't know if it was, the way it was being delivered, or like if it was just the writing itself. It just didn't work for me. I don't know how to explain it. Like, McCad Brooks, I feel like he could have done better, but I don't know. Again, I feel like this movie was much longer. Some of the scenes felt like they were cut and chopped off, so I feel like there was a lot more lore, a lot more stuff happening, but they had to cut it down to, again, studio interference or whatever, or they wanted to make it shorter so people would like pay attention in it. Make the long film, make it. It's worth it. Add the extra 20 minutes of footage, because you never know. It could make or break your film. And in this case, it might have made the film even better. Who knows? I don't know. But overall, regardless of that, like the time and everything, like the film was good. It was decent. There is no final setup for Mortal Kombat 3, except for the fact that they're going to get their old teammates back. So all the characters who passed away or died in the film, they're going to go back and get those characters back. I don't know. I thought Kano was bad. He turned out to be good, but Kano was honestly one of the highlights of the film. He was super fucking funny. Honestly, he was just hilarious. Every time he was on screen, I was dying of laughter. He was so good. And then like even like giving the little moments to Scorpion and Bihan and like Sub Zero and stuff or Noob Saibot, absolutely amazing. Again, these characters were really focused in um what do you call it, number one, and I think that's how you have to do it. You don't have to if you're going to add new characters, you should be focusing on the new characters, not the old characters. The old characters can be there as, you know, a supporting cast member and perhaps maybe given a little bit of a role, but they don't need to be the main focus. And then that's what I really liked about Mortal Kombat 2 is they focused both on Luke Cage and Katana, Shao Kahn's story and all of that. They gave everybody else their supporting role and they told them run with it, and then that's exactly what they did. You know, they didn't bring in Scorpion until the end of the film. Noob Saibot Bihan doesn't come until the end of the film, but their impact is still there. It's not a bad impact. Even Cole's impact, a lot of people were really sad. I personally feel Louis Tan, again, a phenomenal actor. I genuinely believe he deserves a lot better, and I hope he gets better. And hopefully they'll. I know he's pushing to become Ken Shi. Who knows? You know, they might bring him back as Kenshi. There's lots of potential. What do you call it? There's a lot of potential here in terms of what they can do with Mortal Kombat 3. But, you know, his character was really focused in number one. They gave him a huge role, right? This is, again, a new character that they made. This is not a character that is part of the Mortal Kombat world, but they just made him. People hated him, but now they love him. Again, I don't know. It's just how humanity works, I think, or like how audiences work. They're just like that. They hate one character, and then all of a sudden they love the character just because he doesn't get enough time or something, and they think it's an injustice. But I think his character got enough time. He was already established. If you didn't watch one, that's on you. But again, character was established. He died trying to save his family and died in the Mortal Kombat in the actual tournament itself, as it should be. You know, you either die or you forfeit, whatever it is. Perfectly done, or you go unconscious, whatever it is. But again, perfectly well done. I think it was crafted well. And the best part of it all, though, was that at the end of the film, they said that, like, you know, the people that have died, they're not really dead. We can bring them back, and that's what we're gonna do. And you know, they can bring back Cole if they want, or they can bring him back as Kenshi. They can bring him back as anything they want him to be, right? So there's endless possibilities to this. So I just feel like some people read too much into it. I think it was decent. It was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I went with my friend. We enjoyed it. We laughed. We made jokes. We had a good time. It was a solid, entertaining film. I really don't think I felt bored at any point in that film. I enjoyed every single battle. I thought every single battle was amazing. Some battles could have been a little bit better in terms of the CGI and whatnot, but still, really good battles. Great fatalities, great gore, great everything. Story, again, very basic, but regardless, I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than in the way it was. And it they focused on the tournament, the whole Mortal Kombat. They focused on that, and that's exactly what it needed to be. And they did it in exactly the way that you would play the video games. You fight, cutscene, fight, cutscene, fight, cutscene, fight, cutscene, story. That's it. That's all it was, and exactly how it needed to be. So again, I gave it out of 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I hope they make a 3. I don't know if they will. There is a reason probably why they never did a post credit, because they don't, you know, want to continue, or they didn't want it to have any sort of hope. Again, Carl Urban is getting older. All of these actors are also getting very old. You know, if you do want to do a 3, you have to do it right now, and then you can do a reboot. Honestly, you can cast some younger cast members or get rid of the older ones, and just continue and do more, right? Like, you know, you can reboot the entire series and start over again. And that's what Mortal Kombat does best, right? Like, every Mortal Kombat game is different. Every Mortal Kombat story is different too. So you can reboot, bring or recast whatever it is, or keeps the same cast and recast some of the older actors or whatever, and that's all it is. That's all it is. And I think you should do that. But again, I don't know if they're going to do a third. I hope they do, but we'll find out soon enough when it does come out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next